Hey everyone! I guess I should look over there. Welcome to the channel again, to our neighborhood. Today I'm going to kind of go over some of the stuff about Tremont and how to get on there and everything. I'm going to show you some of the paperwork you get and some of the cool things that Tremont provides for you. And I'm also going to show you some of my little naturalist guides that I really like to have when I'm doing tours and things like that. So I'll get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I will be back shortly to talk face to face with you. But right now I'm just gonna kind of go over some stuff that I have here laying out on my bed, so we'll do that first. Alright, so we'll get started here with some of the certifications you get. There's naturalist skills. You get a couple of different ones of those. You get interpretation. That's talking skills and presenting skills and things like that for doing tour guiding and stuff, or teaching, or whatever you want to do with your naturalist certification. There's aquatic natural history. There's reptiles and amphibians, plants of the southern Appalachian, another naturalist certification, southern Appalachian ecology, birds of the Smokies, mammals, and it's all put through by the University of Tennessee. So it's kind of affiliated with the University of Tennessee. But they give you this really nice little binder. You first start, really nice, your Southern Appalachian binder. I have some pictures of when I did my classes. And you just keep everything in here for all the classes that you take. It's got a tab for all of the different classes that you get to take. You keep all your paperwork, and you get little pamphlets, and then they also, for each class you also get a nice little handbook. It's got all kinds of facts in there about the different things that you're studying at the time, and there are tests. Most tests are open book or very, very simple. You do have a test for each class, and a lot of it's for each class you have to do a specific, they do a hat draw. They put some words or some species in a hat, and you draw one out, and that's what you have to do your thesis. You have to do your main report on that, and then you have to present that to the rest of the class. And to me, that kind of stuff is more nerve-wracking and more intimidating than actually doing a tour. When you first take a tour guiding job, you have to do a lot of presentations just so you can get your skills up and just to get comfortable with it. So these are little naturalist guides. You can get these on Amazon. I ordered most of mine off Amazon. Some I did get in Alaska. But there's just all kinds of them. Volcanoes, trees and wildflowers, dinosaurs even, owls of North America, one of my favorite little mammals, the bat. I love bats, and I've actually done some bat research, some bat tagging, and we went into caves to check on the bats when the white nose syndrome started a while back. And maybe I'll dedicate one video to bats, because I just absolutely love bats. And I'll tell you guys a lot about bats and about the environmental things that are affecting them pretty badly. So you just fold them open. You see they just fold open. They're little accordion books, if you may. And look over here. Ooh, I even have one on Sasquatch. That's one of my most popular ones when people take my tours, especially when I was on the train in 2018. I had a gentleman on there that was a huge Sasquatch fan. He had on a Sasquatch t-shirt, Sasquatch baseball cap, and he was just super, super interested in Sasquatch. And of course one of his first questions was, do you guys ever see a Sasquatch in Alaska? Have you ever seen one? And I was like, no, but I do have this handy dandy little field guide in case I do see one. So I got my little field guide out, gave it to the guy, and let him kind of look through it while he was riding the train, and he just absolutely loved it. He ended up asking me where I bought it, and I told him, and he ended up going online while we were still on the train and found one online that he could actually get. So that's what they get you. See, you can see. Yeah, I'm a real nature buff. This is my quilt that my granny made. She did a lot of embroidering, and then they quilted it together, but I actually did the drawings on there. So yeah, I'm super nature buff. And no kidding, I'm a naturalist, so you would kind of expect that. But yeah, so this is the kind of stuff you get. Like I said, this is all the certifications that you get. It's a little map of the compound. It's kind of hard to see. It's tiny. I actually was trying to print it out. I was trying to enlarge it and print it, but I ended up just getting 9 copies of a little tiny map, so it didn't do a lot of good. But you can actually go to their website. It's Smoky Mountains Institute at Tremont, and just go on there. You can see how it's spelled here. It's just all the different little things you can get. Smoky Mountains Institute at Tremont. It's this one here. Great Smoky Mountains Institute at Tremont. But yeah, check out their website. They are getting back into everything. They had to cancel a lot of their programs, and a lot of times the programs are full. You can get on a waiting list, but just go on their website and check that out. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you here. Like I said, you get this really nice binder, and it's got a lot of cool stuff in it. Just tons and tons of stuff. Oh, my FEMA. I'm also a disaster animal rescue person. And so that's just one other thing that I do with nature and animals and things. But this is just kind of tells you all about it. Salamanders, things like that. And so that's the stuff that I wanted to show you that you receive if you go out there to the Great Smoky Mountains Institute at Tremont. And like I said, it is through the University of Tennessee. It's accredited. Alright, so that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you about the supplies and the certification certificates and things like that, and my little accordion naturalist folders or information pamphlets. Those are super good for field work, tour guiding in the rain, just whatever the case may be. They are waterproof. They're laminated, so they're waterproof, and they you can even write on them with dry erase markers and stuff like that. So those are super cool. I've actually made really good tips having those once in a while. A couple of times we went out on a tour boat. I was in Sitka, and one of the ladies on there was a birder, but she wasn't familiar with the seabirds and shorebirds and things like that. So I was talking to her husband, and I learned all about how she was just so into birds, and she loved to know all about them and everything like that. And so I went and got my naturalist pamphlet thing, and I told the man, hey, let your wife use this throughout the tour, and if she sees birds or anything like that, she can identify them with this little pamphlet. So he was just thrilled, and so was she. And believe it or not, when they got off of the boat at the end of the tour, the man gave me $100 bill as a tip. So that, to me, makes it well worth the $20 or whatever it is that they are. They're usually like $19.99. But yeah, so that was a really plus, and not just for the the thrill of getting that much for a tip from just a couple, but just knowing that I really enhanced her trip enough that it was worth that much money to them. You know what I mean? It's like I always try to do on my tours, is just give people something that they will remember for the rest of their lives, and that they can cherish, and that's my main goal when I'm doing tours. I hear a lot of the tour guides sometimes complaining because oh, we didn't make any tips today, it was, you know, this and that or whatever, but sometimes you're going to have days where you don't make hardly anything. You might not make anything. But then there's those other days where you're going to make really good and do good. And the thing is, the more excited you can be and the more you can really show people a good time, and it should be something, morally it should be what you want to do as a tour guide. I wouldn't take a tour guide job just to make money, not at all. I would take a tour guide job to enjoy being out of an office. You're outside, you're in nature, you're just have the most beautiful views a person could have on their job. And it's all about helping people to have a very memorable vacation, very memorable tour. Just you gotta get out there and really enjoy it yourself. And that's what I kind of do. And like I said, having the Naturalist certification has helped me be able to make it even more enjoyable for people, because they'll have questions about things that you don't normally think about people having a question about. But a lot of people are curious about different things, and they'll ask you about something, and the more knowledge and the more information that you can give them about something, it just enhances their whole trip. And I mean, I'm sure all of you have experienced being out somewhere and seeing this beautiful flower or something, or some kind of bird or something, and you're like, oh my gosh, what kind of flower is that? What kind of bird is that? What is that? You know, you just really want to know. People are curious about things like that, and the more you can learn and absorb, the more you can share and really help people have just a memorable, awesome experience. So keep that in mind if you decide that you want to be a tour guide. A lot of people don't use their naturalist skills for anything except for their own enjoyment. Some people that were in my class, they were just doing it because of those questions that they have when they're out hiking. A lot of hikers like to take the naturalist course so that they can just, you know, enjoy their surroundings more and see something and go, oh, that's a so-and-so, I know what that is. You know, things like that. And so that's where if you're anybody that's interested in nature and stuff, it's a great thing to do. Like I said, you can be camp host, you can be ranger assistants, you can be all kinds of things. And I guess that's it for this one. I just wanted to kind of show you the cool stuff you get when you go out to Tremont, and just to tell you that it's a wonderful place to go, and I'm not getting any kind of feedback or pay or anything from Tremont for doing these videos. It's just something I wanted to do, and I just had such a wonderful experience out there. I just wanted to share it with everybody and tell everybody that, you know, you can do it. You can. And like I said, Tremont is not the only one across the country. There's Master Naturalist programs all over the place. A lot of states have them. There's another really cool program called, what is that one called? Anyway, it's a family nature program that you can get in if you have a family and you want to get out with the kids and do something like that. What is it called? Citizen Science program. Yeah, the Citizen Science program. So whatever. You go out and you just kind of research things and do different things in nature. And it's a really cool program too, but there's just so many things you can get out there and do and learn from and use it as, you know, a tool for getting a really cool job. And like I said, I'm going to do another video on just coolworks.com and some of the really, really awesome places that you can get jobs and things like that. Like I said, right now I'm not sure. The 2021 tour season is still kind of up in the air. I don't know. I have lots of friends that are tour company owners and managers and things, and I've talked to a lot of them, email, and they just are kind of up in the air right now too. They don't know if they're gonna have you know, tours this year or not. It kind of depends on the tour ships and things like that in a lot of places, and the tour buses, things like that. But there's, like I said, there's just jobs everywhere and really beautiful places, and it's an experience, and it's an adventure all at the same time, you know. And there's not a whole lot of jobs where you can just feel like you're on vacation with your family every day. And so I highly recommend it. But anyway, that's what I wanted to go over on this one, was just some of the naturalist stuff and different things that you can get for tools and things like that. So thanks for joining me, and just keep breathing and and just never stop looking for a beautiful view. And remember that to me, you are all a beautiful view, and I really appreciate you being here. And yeah, so if you like it, if you like the videos, check out some of my other ones. And like I said, I'll be adding a lot more. I'm planning on doing at least 3, maybe 4 a week, different ones. And we will start going out into the field soon too, so do some stuff like that, weather permitting. And yeah, so just hang in there and just breathe and just, you know, believe in yourself and do what you want to do out there. So like I said, if you enjoyed it, watch some of my other videos, give it a thumbs up if you'd like to, subscribe to me if you want to, and I really, really appreciate you being here, so thank you very much.